Now in this video, you're going to learn how to listen your way to a high six-figure and a seven-figure income in selling. You're going to specifically learn one of the top 4 principles of listening that 99.9% of all salespeople in the world have no clue about, that will automatically attract your prospects to you like a magnet. Now ask yourself this question: do you really hear and understand your potential customer, or are you thinking of what you're going to say to them next when you're talking to them? Being heard and understood is a very rare commodity and virtually non-existent in the world of selling. Why? Because effective listening skills take work. But the rewards, well, they're record-breaking, as listening forces you to slow down before just throwing out quick questions off the top of your head. Now, when you slow down and listen, you're always going to have a much more effective, skilled question. Better quality questions equals a satisfied customer and millions in your bank account in selling. Listening makes you appear smart and that you should be trusted. It's a fact that the top 1% of salespeople are extremely great at listening. What is the only way that you can help a person change? Well, it's to understand them first. As the great Stephen Covey said in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, first seek to understand and then be understood. Now, there are 4 main rules of listening to get in that high 6-figure and 7-figure income bracket in sales. Number 1, be present. Number 2, be acknowledging. 3, be accepting. And 4, be curious. Now, I will give you access to one of these today. Now, one of the most powerful aspects of listening is to be accepting. Have you ever had the experience of someone telling you something that you felt was just dead wrong, completely wrong in your mind and against your way, against your values, everything? Maybe you knew it was wrong from your own experience, so then you started to argue or debate with that person. Or did you handle your prospect's objections with a yes, but answer to convince them that you were right and they were wrong? Did you ever win any of those discussions? Did you ever feel the other person change their point of view to yours? Probably not. What do you think might have happened if, despite your desire to prove your point, you actually listened to the other person? What if, in fact, you went even further and even asked them to expand on where they were coming from by asking them skilled, principled questions to find out why they felt that way? And what if you did all this without judgment, assumptions, or your personal interpretation from the way you viewed the subject? You see, the 7-figure salesperson knows what would happen. What would have happened is this. 1, you would have gained a complete understanding. Number 2, the other person very likely would have subconsciously questioned their way of thinking and their beliefs as they listened to themselves answering your questions. 3, it possibly would have made the other person even reconsider their position and way of thinking and even change. And 4, they would have been more open to listening to you and your point of view. Remember, first seek to understand and then be understood. When you show respect for the other person's point of view, they will start to be open to your point of view and possibly move closer to your way of thinking. Now, listening and accepting without judgment doesn't mean that you just have to agree with someone to listen to them. However, when you let go of your assumptions about how you see the world and allow yourself to see how they view the world, it automatically builds trust with your potential customer, because no other salesperson truly listens to them and their viewpoints. Remember, today's consumer does not want to be talked at and told. They want to be asked and heard. This is how a 7-figure salesperson listens. Now, I want to thank you for watching this video about how to listen your way to a high 6-figure and even 7-figure a year income in selling. You've learned one of the 4 principles of listening for the new model of selling. Now in the next video, I'm going to reveal the 2 biggest myths in selling today and why you should avoid them like the plague, because they are costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars.